Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building, man. You guys know what time it is. Welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo. I am your host, Graphk Raider. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys for rocking with me. Make sure you guys wipe them feet on the way in. That means get those likes up and also hit that subscribe button. Bear with me with the Wi-Fi, you guys. I'm at the W Hotel. It's been a little spotty, but we're going to do whatever we can. I don't get back home until Monday night. So the show will be regular Tuesday, but we're on the road. It's a road game. So please bear with me if the Wi-Fi is bad. But let me know in the comment section, where are you watching? What city? What state? I know it's Sunday, but are you at work? Are you at home? Are you in traffic? Are you at the girlfriend's house? Are you at the side chick's house? Are you at the side chick's house? Let me know in the comment section where you're watching from. And also, we're going to go over this Raiders-Niners game. I'm going to give you some game balls, some losers, and give you just my entire experience at the game. Me and Stu had a ball. Got a chance to kick it with, a bunch of former Raiders and friends of the show. We just left the alumni breakfast. So now they're wrapping everything up. We got to actually check out here in about another hour or so. But, man, just so cool to kick it with Lester Hayes and Marcus Allen and Run DMC and just everybody that was there in the building. Mike Haynes. I mean, the list was star-studded, man. So salute to the Raiders for, rolling out the red carpet for us. It was a beautiful trip, man. I just want to say thank you to everybody that participated on getting me out here, man, and enjoying this experience, man. Let me see. Salute to my guy, Lordy. Hope you're enjoying our city, Graphk, Vegas, baby. I love it, man. I love it. The first 2 days I didn't sleep a wink, Jordy. So this is what happened yesterday, right? I was planning on doing the show when I got back to the room, got back to the hotel around 5 o'clock. I said, I'm going to take a quick nap. Passed out, woke up at 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning. So last night was a dub. That shit was over with because I was in the studio all night the night prior. And then me and Stu kicked it at the alumni party, and we were up to like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So I have not had any sleep. I finally got a real nice sleep last night, but salute to the city of Vegas, man. Definitely. Let me see. Get those questions in, you guys. Paper chase. We're going to talk about that because we can start there if you guys want to. Let me say this first and foremost. Geno is a leader of men, okay? And what I mean by that is on the sideline, on the football field, we all know what he did yesterday. Geno looked really good. He went 6 for 8. He was very efficient. He only had 55 yards in the air, but once again, he didn't throw the football a ton, right? He averaged almost 7 a clip. No touchdowns, no picks. It is what it is. Geno looked really good out there. But it's more about what I've seen off the field with Geno than what I've seen on the field. I mean, every single play, Geno was running to slap his teammates' hands, whether it's the third string, fourth string guy. Every time we're kicking those, those extra points, or we're hitting those, Daniel Carlson's hitting those threes. Geno's running out there, clapping. It's just, he is a leader. Like, to me, I'm excited to see what Geno does with this team. Like, he is a true leader of men. I can see why Max, loves having Geno in the building outside of just the football ability. He is just a good dude. And I'm excited to see what he can do, man. Geno looked pretty good out there, 6 for 8, 55 yards. And once again, only played a few series, which is great. Left, unharmed, which is phenomenal. But, we got to be real here, right? Aiden O'Connell struggled. Once again, 2 weeks in a row. Don't let some of these stats fool you guys. I mean, look, I was watching it live in living color. We were damn near – actually, we were on the field. And, yeah, he went 15 for 23. He had 138 yards. He had more yards than any other quarterback out there. I'm talking about including the 49ers. Hold on real quick, y'all. Babe, I'm live. I'm quite right back. But, yeah, 138, 15 for 23. Had more, passing yards than Mac Jones, Carter Bradley, Brock Purdy, Geno, Cam, and we're going to get to him soon. But, man, I don't know what it is. Aiden just seems very, very uncomfortable in this system. I don't know if, it's Geno's presence and him just kind of realizing that he's fighting for that quarterback 2 spot. It could be a little bit of that. It could be a little bit of, him seeing, Cam Miller performing really well at training camp. He got his body intact this offseason. He looks like he's in tremendous health. I'm just trying to figure out, it has to be a system thing. Maybe there's some expectations there that maybe he knows that he's not going to be able to meet this year. I don't know, because last year, Aiden was fighting for that QB1 spot with, Minshew, and he should have won it. honestly. But he looked bad out there, man. That pick that he threw was a gimme. It was disgusting. I know a lot of people, including myself, I'm not going to say I was high on Aiden, but I was rooting for Aiden because of how bad our quarterback room was. I have to say this, you guys, with Geno in the mix, I'm not too much worried about what Aiden looked like. I don't really care. Geno's the guy, and it looks as though they're developing Cam Miller behind the scenes for him to be that second guy. So I'm not tripping. I want to say this, though. Those first few series with the starters out there, the O-line looked good. The O-line looked good, man. Genty got to running the football effectively. Salute to Genty, man. First touchdown of his NFL career. I know it's preseason, but once again, his first touchdown. Genty's a bust. No, he's not. Genty looked really good out there, trucking dudes. I was worried for a second. He took one hit where it looked like his shoulder, like something happened. He was kind of leaning, and we were in the stadium, you guys. Like the air just came out of the entire Allegiant Stadium. Everybody was like, you got to be kidding me. This is not happening right now with Ashton Genty. And then boom, next thing you know, he's right there back on the football field. But it looked like his shoulder was, like maybe he dislocated his shoulder or something. It looked pretty bad, but he went back out there and he absolutely balled out. You love to see it, man. Ran the football effectively, 7 carries for 33 yards. He led everybody in rushing yards, including the 49ers. Averaged 4.7 a clip. He had a touchdown, a long of 13. I thought he had a really good game, and expected. We talked about this. If Genty was going to play, he needed to have a big game today, and guess what? He did. He had a big game yesterday, and I'm excited to see him moving forward, man. When you talk about that balance, it was on full display yesterday. When you talk about, embracing contact and getting those yards after the contact, he did that. He literally looked like Beast Mode 2.0 yesterday, you guys. I mean, he ran over their high-paid number 1 corner. Made him look like a straight bitch. I love it. So if I had to give a game ball, you guys, I'm definitely going to give one to Ashton Genty. Let's give away a few more game balls real quick. I'll give one also to Geno, 6 for 8. I know it wasn't a ton of football to go off of, but the one thing is the accuracy was on full display. He did miss Dante on a deep pass that could have been a touchdown, which sucked, man. It was probably a foot off. I don't know if there was something there with Dante's route. There was a little off with the communication. It looked like just something was off there. But he was overthrown, and once again, that was another gimme for Dante. That's 2 weeks in a row where Aiden missed him, and then now Geno missed him. So, but I'm gonna give Geno definitely a game ball. Genty gets one. Other than that, you guys, the running backs did not look great. Chris Collier looked good. There late in the game, 4 carries, 26 yards, average 6.5 on the ground. Raheem Mostert didn't look too well, but once again, he only had 9 carries. I'm sorry, he didn't have 9 carries. He had 3 carries for 9 yards. Zamir only got one carry. Dylan only got 2. Sincere only had 1 for 2 yards, and then once again, Cam Miller took a sack, lost 3 yards. I liked the kid Carter Runyon. I know that he's probably not going to make this roster, you guys, because we're very deep at the tight end position. Ian Thomas, I think, is a lock for that tight end 3. And then, we got, Michael Mayer and Brock, of course. But Carter Runyon, man, if we can place him on the practice squad and just develop him a little bit, it'd be great. If not, I think he'll find a job elsewhere. He looked good. 2 receptions, 29 yards. He was targeted 4 times. He also had an 18-yarder out there, which was great. Hold on real quick, y'all. Everybody's calling me right now. Yo, I'm live, little bro. I'm going to call you right back. But, I liked Carter Runyon. I liked what he looked out there. He led us in receiving, 2 receptions for 29 yards. I'm going to give him a game ball as well. Got to give Brock one. One reception. That's cool. He was only targeted once for 28 yards. I mean, dude, he went up and completely mossed that defender. Went up there. Brock is in year 2, you guys. I didn't know that it'd be possible to see a kid get even more, improve on the record-breaking year that he had last year. I'm telling you, man, when Geno said, I sometimes I get upset with myself that I can't throw to Brock every damn play. This dude is going to be phenomenal this year, man. He may be better than what he was in his rookie season, and that's saying a lot because to me, he was the best tight end in football last year. So, and there was a lot of talk with a lot of the alumni guys speaking to Marcus and speaking to Timmy was there as well. All those guys, they were speaking very highly of Brock Bowers, man. And some of the guys that are not really the alumni guys that aren't really into football anymore kind of, getting a little older and kind of stepped away from the game, they kept asking about him. Like, who was this guy we keep hearing about? Brock is going to be a superstar this year. So I'm hyped. I'm giving him a game ball. I'm going to give Max one as well. Max was all over the place, you guys. Max was all over. That motor, that relentless motor was on full display. He was all over the place in the backfield. I think he had like, what do you have, like two tackles for a loss, I believe, while he was out there in that short time. Max looked really, really good, man. I'm expecting big things from Max this upcoming year. We got a healthy Tyree who also looked good out there. Tyree looked really good. I'm still kind of waiting to see Kuntz show up. I know he's still coming back from that nasty injury, that knee injury, where he missed the entire season last year. But I'm kind of waiting. I'm just waiting to see, like, is Kuntz going to be that guy opposite of Max? We need somebody to be able to step up in the pass rushing department. And I just haven't seen it in the first two games. He had one tackle, but outside of that, there wasn't really too much there. I loved, watching Tonka Hemingway out there. He was all over the place as well. But definitely giving Max a game ball. Also, other than that, I don't really know, you guys. Chris Smith was really good out there. He was a tackling machine. He had 7 solo tackles. He led us in tackles yesterday. He had a pretty good game out there. Charles Snowden, 2 tackles for a loss. Got to give him a game ball. Snowden looked really good out there. But I think there's just more. I want to give Jack Bech one too. My apologies. I'm kind of rambling here, you guys. I want to give him one. He also had 2 catches for 21 yards, but he looked really good on 3 targets. He is going to be another security blanket for Geno this year. I know he may not start, but he's going to get starter reps. He's going to be a rotational wide receiver. He'll play on the inside. He'll play on the outside. But a lot of people were praising the limited time that we've seen with Jack Bech out there too, man. The route running ability, the blocking ability, the short hands. Loves to, he doesn't care if he's catching the football in traffic. That's what you want out of these receivers, man. So I'm going to give Jack Bech 1 and 2, and then I'll give another kind of game ball, right? I don't want to give him a complete game ball because he came off a really big game last week. But Shedrick Jackson, man, he's finding himself a spot on this roster. Bo's nephew, man, once again, he had 3 catches for 28 yards, along with 14 on 3 targets. Shedrick, to me, I know he's been playing with a bunch of backups, you guys, but him and Cam Miller definitely have a rapport early on. You know what I mean? So I got to give Shedrick 1 as well. He looked really, really good out there. And I'm excited to see if he can make the back end of that wide receiving group, man, because, that bloodline, that Bo Jackson, that bloodline. I'm hyped about Cedric, man. The UDFA may find a spot on this team. Yeah. But other than that, I'm going to give the offensive line, the ones, you guys also. I'll give them a game ball also because they were blocking their asses off those first few series with Geno and Genty out there. So I know there's a lot of question marks, you guys, about our O-line, at least the starters. Pete pretty much solidified, you guys, and I hate it, but Meredith's going to be the center, and JPJ is battling for one of those guard spots. So it looks as though, that is going to be the starting unit. Glaze at right tackle, JPJ at right guard, Meredith at center, and, Parham, who looked really good too. I got to give Parham some love. Parham looked good out there. He looked really good at left guard, and then we know Colton Miller is going to be the guy, the anchor of that O-line at left tackle. But I want to give them some praise. Those first few series, that O-line looked really good. So I'm excited to see what those starters look like. I know the Niners were missing like 25 players, so I'm not going to get ahead of myself here. But we did face Brock Purdy and Ricky and some of those starters. There was no McCaffrey. There was no Bosa. But, you got to play against who's out there, right? So, it is what it is. But let's get to the losers of this game. The linebackers. I didn't really see a lot out of the linebackers, you guys. I know a lot of us in Raider Nation are excited to at least have some namesake-wise, right? Jamal Adams out there, Jermaine Pratt, Landon Roberts, got Devin White out there. But the middle of the football field was still wide the hell open. At this point, I don't want to just blame it all on Graham. I don't want to blame it all on Pete Carroll. But I definitely am not seeing a lot out of those linebackers at all. They need to step it up come week 1. And I want to, Jason Marshall, thank you for mentioning that as well. Chin with that pick, it was beautiful. Chin had a good game as well. But yes, he had a pick. I don't want to give him a game ball just because of that. We're going to get to the DBs here in a second because they're on this list of losers also. I didn't see enough with these guys yesterday to be excited about. And I think that Pete may have to go hit that free agency market and bring in one of those veterans. Maybe go look at a Stephon Gilmore, bring somebody in to help this cornerback group because they looked bad yesterday. They did not look good. I'm talking about from Porter to Stokes. If Stokes is your number one guy, I'm nervous. And then DCAM really didn't see the field, I believe, until late. We were in and out. I watched the entire game. Don't get it confused, but we were in and out talking to players and talking to people. So it was really difficult to grasp every single player out there live and live in color. But yeah, man, Stokes didn't look good. Porter didn't look good. DCAM came in a little later. Yeah, I'm not excited about these DBs right now. Now, of course, it's preseason, right? You're not going to give up every look out there. Maybe Graham and Peter, holding their game plan closely to their hearts. Look, I'm hoping so. Because if this is what we have out here at the corner spots, we may be in for a long ride. And Palomau is having an issue with tackling. He's taking a lot of bad angles. He's a starting safety for us, you guys. We just gave him a new deal. I understand he can't, he had a pick last week, and that was, great read, dove for the football. I'm not going to lie. Outside of that, Palomau didn't look great last week either. I'm telling you now, man, this is no knock to him. I want to see him succeed, but bad angles, not being able to finish his tackles, it's kind of nasty. It's kind of nasty, man. The DBs as a whole, outside of that chin pick, it looked kind of nasty out there. Once again, you're playing against, Ricky Persall's, I always butcher his last name, right? And some of these other guys, Chosen, what was it, Golden, whatever the hell his name is these days. You know what I mean? Like it didn't look good from first quarter all the way down to the end of the game, and it looked kind of nasty out there with those DBs. They need to get their shit together because week one we're facing a New England Patriots team. They're going to run the football a lot. They're going to be a running team. They got Vrabel. They love to run the ball, right? But I know they're going to have Drake May throw the football. They went out there, invested a ton of money in that position in the draft and in Stephon Diggs. So these guys got to get their shit together. That secondary did not look good yesterday. So I'm hoping next week they can clean up a few things against Arizona. So come week one, we're good there. But I still believe that they may have to make another move to bring in another weapon out there at the cornerback position because it was kind of tough to watch. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. As always, get Justin Simmons. I just don't think they're going to do it. I don't. I really don't. Silent, I'm all for that. I'm all for it, man. Oh, yeah, man. Thomas Booker looked good. There was a few lapses in judgment, so to speak, with him as well. There was a few plays. There was one play. I think that Booker was the one that gave up that big gain on the ground against the 49ers, right? I forgot who was running. Who was it that was running the football for the Niners? Was it? I'm trying to see who had the law. It was Corey Kiner, I believe. He had a 19-yard gain, and that was Booker, I believe. Somebody please correct me on this if I'm wrong, but it looked like Booker did not play his gap well, and he just allowed that guy to just take off for like 19 yards. So, but and thank God Booker was healthy. There was one part of the game where I believe something happened. He went down for a minute. He got up, walked off the field on his own, and then he returned to the football game. So, but yeah, man, Booker did have a few good plays. He definitely did. Salute to my guy Snake Fist on the $10 special. Greetings, Graphk. What do you think about Laki Tassi's play? Not included in the new Madden 2026. Going to create him and make him a star. Laugh out loud. I think he's great. I think that, at some point, maybe against Arizona, I don't know. We're probably not going to see the starters out there, you guys, but I would like to see him out there a lot earlier. This dude is just pancaking shit. Like Laki Tassi's power is always on full display when he's out there. You know what I mean? So Laki, man, he could be a guy that could be a starter for us a year or two down the line. So do I think he's going to make the 53-man roster? Probably not. There is a special place for him on the practice squad, so that's great. I think that they'll sit him, they'll put him on a practice squad, and they'll develop him behind the scenes a little bit. So, we'll see. But, Laki Tassi is going to be a stud for us. Once again, you guys, he's so brand new to football. It's going to take some time for him to develop at the next level. But that strength, once he gets his technique in his hold on real quick, y'all. Bro, I'm live. I'm going to call you right back. No, you good. All right, peace. But once he gets that technique down, his handwork and his footwork, Laki's going to be a stud for us. He's going to be a stud for us. I think that was a great pickup through that international portal player situation with the NFL. I loved it. Salute to my brother Hug D's in the building. My dog. Graphk, my dog, been sending the good times in Vegas, bro. The Insta tells me you've been living your best life. Game was good to watch. Many great things to come. Great things to take away. Facts, man. The only thing that I hate, Hug, and because you're from where I'm from in Northern California, is losing to the Niners. I don't give a shit if it's preseason. I don't care if the starters look good and then the backups gave up that game. Moody is a terrible kicker, man. Like, the Niners fans hate this dude. For him to hit a 60-yarder, 59-yarder to be exact, as time expired, I hated it, because before that, all the Niners fans were exiting the building. And once again, I hated to see that much red in the building. It was disgusting. When I first got to the J lot and I'm walking around just hanging out with the fans and kicking it, there was so many Niners fans out there. It was actually bonkers. And the next thing you know, thank God we showed up full. You know how we do. We show up late, right? Yesterday, I decided to show up early. But there was a ton of Niner fans out there. You know what I mean? But you know what, though? I have to say this, though. This is the first time that I've seen, and I've been to plenty of Raider and Niner games, both fan bases getting along, shaking hands and being cool. It was no issues. Once again, it's preseason, y'all. They're at our place, right? But that 60-yarder, man. I was telling Stu and Johnny Morant, salute to my guy Johnny, I said, don't worry, he's going to miss this. It's going to be another tie game. This dude sucks. And, of course, he hits a 59-yarder as time expires. And the next thing you know, Niner fans are running their mouth. They got players from the 49ers running around the football field like they won a Super Bowl saying bye to us and shit. I'm like, dude, come on, bro. Like, this is preseason. Are you really celebrating this shit? Like, come on, man. Like, come on. If those starters remained in there, you guys, you would have never stood a chance. Salute the Trip, my guy, man. How bad are the linebackers in coverage? Hard to watch. Yeah, they definitely left a lot to be desired. Didn't Pratt? I think Pratt had one good play in coverage. And once again, you guys, I was in and out. Last night I watched the whole game, but like there was just so much going on. But I could have swore, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong once again, I could have swore that he had like a nice little pass breakup, Jermaine Pratt in coverage. The Niners were driving. I think they were damn near in the red zone. And he had a nice pass breakup. I'm looking to see real quick my notes. I'm trying to see that if he actually – I forgot. But, they're definitely leaving a lot to be desired, Trip, in coverage at the second level of the defense. It looks like nothing really changed up to this point at the linebacker position. It looks like that second level of that defense, we may struggle a bit, man. We may struggle a bit. Look, y'all, I don't want to jump the gun, right? It's easy for me to say this defense is going to be bad and we're going to have to rely on this offensive ton. If this O-line can hold up and Genty and Geno can get going with those wide receivers, right, that we're going to be an offensive team. I've said it, we're going to be an offensive team. And I think at best, and I hope I'm wrong, this does look like more of a bend, don't break defense. Like at the top, like that's the best we're probably going to have unless these guys can find a way to get going come week one. Once again, it's preseason. They're not giving up a ton of looks. But I am a little worried about this defense. Initially, I'm like, hey, you got Graham, you got Pete Carroll. There's a ton, Rob Leonard, the coaching staff is phenomenal on the defensive side of the ball. They're going to be able to unlock some of these guys. Palomar has not shown me anything. Yes, he had a beautiful pick a week ago. Great. Move on to the next. There's still question marks once again with him. The tackling department, the taking the bad angles, coverage. I'm a little worried now that they're really dependent on Stokes, a guy who has not played at a high level since his rookie year, and who's had durability issues his entire career. And now you're depending also on a rookie, Darian Porter, who just became a corner like two years ago. He's a former wide receiver. And, and I'm hearing great things about DCAM, but once again, he's a year two guy. So I'm worried about this defense and this D-line, man. I'm hoping that Max and Kuntz, I love how Tyree is looking right now, though, you guys. In the interior of that D-line, he's all over the place, man. Bull rush. Tyree, I think, is going to be okay this year. I think he's going to be okay. But we need more than okay. Because that D-line, we have a ton of untapped potential with Jonah Lalu and Tonka Hemingway and JJ Pegues. Those guys. I'm worried about that D-line right now. And looking at Kuntz, I'm just not seeing it yet. And you guys know I'm a major Malcolm Kuntz advocate. I love Malcolm Kuntz. I definitely love him. But they got to play really, really well this season for this defense to click. Because if that D-line, that's where it starts. That's the heart and the brain of that defense. If Max and Kuntz and company can't get rolling, and we got to depend on these these young guys and a veteran who's had durability issues in Stokes, and then, Chin and Palomau, we're probably going to be in for a long ride. So salute the Trip, my guy. Salute to my brother Big Mike in the building as well. Secondary and stopping the run is keeping me up at night, shaking my head. We might have to put up 35 consistently to win. The crazy thing is, Mike, we have the offense to do it. And yesterday, I don't know. I could be wrong. And I went up to Stu, and Stu said, you might be right. It looked like Greg Olsen was calling the offense yesterday, Mike. I think Chip was in the air. I think he was in a booth. So I don't know if maybe he was just communicating with Greg Olsen, but Olsen was on the sideline looking like he was the brains of the operations yesterday. And I didn't see Chip once on the sideline. So maybe they had him in the air, but it looked like Greg Olsen was running the yo. So, but this is going to be a high-powered offense, you guys. Once Geno starts to click with Dante, we didn't see nothing from Trey Tucker yesterday, but once he starts to click with those guys in actual games that matter, it may take a little time, right? I mean, Tuck had one catch for like 6 yards. Jacoby had 1 for 4. But we couldn't really get rolling in the passing game at all. And we really couldn't, outside of, who was the leader in the starters? I'm not going to go to, Carter Runyon and those guys. Who was one of the starters who led us? I think it was Tucker. 1 for 6. 1 for 6. So, but once again, it kind of was the Genty show, right? It was kind of the Genty show. They wanted to get him rolling early. I think that they heard all the noise about, it was going to be a bust and 3 carries for -1 yard and blah, blah, blah. Mayer looked good. He had a phenomenal catch, you guys, where he almost landed in the end zone. I know you guys seen the catch. It was an 11-yard gain. He came down with that. Was a beautiful, beautiful catch from him. And then Mostert was getting active as well in the passing game. He had 3 catches for 16 yards. I think he's going to help us a ton in terms of the passing game this year as that running back too. Let me see. Oh, yeah, Brock did have 1 for 28. I'm just talking about the receivers, you guys. I meant the receivers. I think Tucker led us with 1 for 6. Salute to my brother Hug on the $10 special, my guy. Fat positivity, favorite plays. Bowers, Moss, and Fools. Genty showing Lenore his favorite new grass. Chin plucking the rock from the sky. And Pete chewing his hubba bubble like it was laced with LSD. Talk that LSD shit, brother. Salute to my brother Hub. But no, definitely, man. That Genty, that was brutal. I mean, even the Niners fans were in there like, whew, whew. The great thing yesterday, you guys, with us, we were in the Win Club. There was no Niner fans around us. It was all Raiders. So I didn't have to deal with Niner fans yesterday. I seen them in the stands, and they was talking their shit definitely on the way out the building and on the way in the building. But I didn't have to be around any of them. So, lucky me. Let me see. Get some questions in, you guys. Let's have some fun. This is just my quick recap of the game yesterday. Stay tuned. Stu was here. Stu's here right now. He's just packing up. We're actually about to check out the hotel at 11 o'clock, and then we're heading to Henderson, where we have another hotel. We're going to be out there for a night. So, and we may end up actually pulling up to the headquarters here at some point. Hug, people were hitting me up saying I was on NFL Network. So I don't know. Because I was sitting there with Marcus Allen, Mike Haynes and Lester Hayes and Eric Dickerson the whole time. We were literally sitting there the whole time. So when they were interviewing them, I was literally right next to them. So taking pictures. I have to say this too, man. Once again, I know I sound like a broken record, you guys. Thank you guys so much for making this channel what it is, because it's crazy to see the love that we get with this channel. Players coming up to me asking me for pictures. The alumni, I love your show. It's funny because, Stu is Stu. He's a fucking dog, right? But he was telling me, he's like, shit, bro, like you get more love, than me. And other guys were looking at me the same way. I got to say thank you guys so much. And Stu was getting crazy love. You know what I mean? But Stu wasn't really around the fans. He kind of kicked it in the alumni section the whole time. You know what I mean? But bro, like crazy love, man. I want to just salute to everybody, man, that said that they love the channel. They love the show, the Raiders organization for having us the way they did. And, even some of the cameramen were coming off the field and coming up to me. Love your channel. Can I get a few pictures of you? And I'm waiting on them to send them to me. So it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. I got the dopest picture in the world as well, you guys. I don't know if you guys got an opportunity to see this. This is where I was sitting the entire game, y'all. This is what hold on real quick. Look at this shit. Look at that. Lester. We got Eric Dickerson, Marcus Allen, Mike Haynes. Like, bro, like this is what we're doing, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It was really, really dope. And salute to Raider Dad also, and Murph and Swag and my guys had me out there in the H slot. Raider Dad, you guys, go check out their movement. If you can, please do so. I'm going to get very involved with their foundation. What they're doing for like underprivileged kids and families to bring them to their first games is just absolute insanity, man. I got a chance yesterday to watch the smiles on a ton of these families and kids that had the opportunity to fly out and see the Raiders play for the first time with these tickets and how high they are. Salute to Raider Dad. They're doing God's work. Salute to Murph and Swag and Michelle with them and their foundation. Salute to anybody out here that's doing great things around this. Like, there really are Raiders, you guys. It's deeper than football with us. And they're really putting on for this team. I just love to see it, man. Let me see. Salute to 2-4 in the building, my dog, man. Graphk, thank you. But if it wasn't for your hard work and dedication, we wouldn't be. I appreciate that, man. But you guys are the ones that make this show. I'm just a vessel. You guys are the ones that make this show. You guys are the ones that bring it. Salute to Lecky, my God. Graphk, great show you did with Raider Dad. I appreciate you, man. It was really quick because I had to hurry up and go meet a few people at the bus. So I had to hurry up. It was like a 5-minute segment. So, but I appreciate you, man. Let me see. Foxdale says, got a question, Graphk. What do you think Max is trying to recruit, or who do you think Max is trying to recruit to come be a part of this 2025 Raiders and beyond? That's a good question, but it's just right now I don't really know. I think that right now he's just trying to work with what we have. Maybe next year he'll be able to pull in some free agents, and I know it's way too early to go over that list of players. There's definitely next year's free agency is way better than this class, but down the line we'll do a show about that. Definitely. Optimistic Raider says, per Tom P, Bengals hearing trade offers for Trey Hendrickson. Look, I've been hearing that for a while. Look, I got to see it to believe it at this point. It looks like Cincinnati and Trey are not on the same page at all. And I would love to have him. He led the leagues in sacks last year, I think with like 17 and a half sacks. He is a guy that can get after the quarterback a ton. He's not the greatest, run defender, but he doesn't have to be because he gets to the quarterback all the damn time. It just depends on what they would want for him. But I'm hearing that they want a 1 and then some. And I'm not giving that up for an aging pass rusher, me personally. Salute to Hug. For all intents and purposes, you are the voice of the nation, Graphk. Appreciate you, bro. We love having you as our sounding board and insider, one-on-one king, real talk pimp. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much, Hug. My dog, my brother. Hug Dizzle, man. Jay Raider. Yeah, Dylan looking good. I can see him on the 53 with our running backs. I'd have him at 3, maybe 4, because Collier's looking nice, but Dylan does special teams. And there was a play, you guys, where Tommy Malott, he had a pretty good return on one of those kicks. And I watched it really closely. I'm going to give Malott a ton of credit as well. But Dylan blocked his ass off on that kick. Like, he got in front of him, and he did not leave him. Dylan is a special teams monster, you guys. This dude is going to carve out a role on this team, regardless if it's at the running back position or in special teams. And he knows that is the bread and butter of trying to make a roster. He looked good out there. And there was one play, too. I know he didn't run the football that effectively. I think he only had like 2 carries. But there was one where he was really upset at himself because he felt like he could have got another extra 2 or 3 yards. He was kind of beating on the ground. He was mad as shit. But that's what you want out of these guys. You want the passion. You want the passionate guys that want to make this team. They want to make this roster, and Dylan is definitely one of them. And 7-7. Wi-Fi tripping. Okay, we back, you guys. Can you see me? See me? We're good? He had a great pass breakup at the end of the game that definitely kept us in there, in the fourth quarter. So salute to Trey. Definitely. I wished I would have seen more of him, though, especially with – the DB struggling, the secondary struggling. Like, man, get some of these other guys out there, have them rotate in and out. I want to see Trey get some more because right now, if they don't afford him the opportunities, it's going to be difficult to make this team. You know what I mean? So I'm like beating the pavement for Trey. Like, give him more opportunities. Salute to my guy 31 in the building, man. Chin is going to win us some games. Just win, baby. Hey, man, Chin is a dog, dude, bro. And he's pause if necessary. He's a bigger dude in person. That's a physical specimen right there. He's going to be a guy that's going to play. He can play both safety spots, but kick down on the nickel. Chin, to me, is is this a hot take? It's probably not. He's our best DB. He's the best player in our secondary right now. So he's definitely going to have to play out of his mind this year for these guys to succeed out there in the secondary. Dan says Hondo was saying in the post game that the Raiders might be looking to trade. I mean, let me say this. And once again, you guys, the Wi-Fi in the hotel, I'm on the fucking 24th floor. So if you guys can see where I am, the A's stadium is right there. That's the A's stadium, y'all. Building the A's stadium right behind me. But I kind of think that goes without saying, right? I mean, duh. I mean, bro, we're not getting a lot out of these guys right now. Early, at least this early, Stokes left a lot of plays out there. You know, once again, Porter's in year one. It's going to take some time. There was a play out there. I don't know if you guys remember this, where Porter gave up in the passing game, and he looked like a receiver to me. Like, it looked like he was still learning the position. Like, he didn't even look for the football. It was like it was on the boundary. I forgot what quarter it was. It was the first quarter. And he gave up a little too much that I didn't like, you know, for my liking there early on. He didn't even look for the ball. Like, it was like, I can't describe it. I'm going to have to find that play, and I'm going to have to upload it and show you guys what I'm talking. Maybe we'll do a film breakdown on this at some point. But, yeah, we definitely need to go get some help there in the secondary for sure, whether it's through free agency or trade. Facts. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you guys are not subscribed yet, what are y'all waiting on? Hit that subscribe button, man. Yeah, okay, so you know what I'm talking about, Seven. You know what I meant. He didn't even look for the football. It was kind of nasty. Yeah, Delano, and it's going to take some time, my brother, right? You know, look, he's a rookie. Gino's in year one with this system with Chip. It's going to take some time. The good thing is Dante's going to be having starting reps. He's going to be a starter. So they got time to figure this thing out. So we'll be fine. No, Classic Man Q. I know exactly what play you're talking about with JT Woods. That was later in the game. I'm talking about at the beginning. It was, I guarantee you it was Porter. It was 26. It was Porter there in the first quarter. Because I remember I looked at Stu and I said, bro, did you see? And he didn't even turn his head. Like, what are we doing? It's kind of nasty. Let me see. As I said, I know what play you're talking about, Graphk. He just kind of waited. There you go. He just waited on him. It was like he was just like, go ahead and get it. Go ahead and get it. That's exactly what I was talking about, Isaiah, for sure. Yep, exactly the play. He was in position but hesitated. Literally had the best position to make a play there, and it looked like just a rookie mistake and a guy that is still learning the position. Let me see. Hug, we'll be fine, man. Once again, you know, I knew Travion Henderson was going to be great. You know, like he has to, you know, be able to, you know, remain healthy, right? And you know, look, Chip, that's Chip's guy. They went and got Genty, man, and Genty showed yesterday in limited fashion what he can do for us. He is going to be a star, man. I know you know this, Hug. You're a Genty guy. You were beating the table for Ashton Genty the entire time. I'm not worried about Trayvon Henderson. Let's watch week one and see who balls out even more. I guarantee you. Let's make a bet right here. Anybody want to make this bet? Genty's going to outperform Trayvon Henderson week one. I'm calling it now. Mo Money, yes. Love Summerlin too, man. Appreciate you. We had a ball, man. The alumni event. Got a chance to kick it. Got a chance to hang out with my brother Jalen Richard. We're working on this new show, you guys. So stay tuned. We're going to be doing something weekly called the Running Back Report, where we go over Genty, Raheem Mostert, whoever these running backs that make this roster, and then we're going to talk about the running backs around the league as well. He will be starting his new YouTube channel sometime this week, so stay tuned for that. And when it goes up, I will be putting in the community tab and sharing it all over the place. We'll be live from both of our platforms. We're going to do a weekly show with me and Spook breaking down the running back position. So stay tuned. Salute to him. Salute to his family. His wife is incredible. Everybody this whole entire weekend has just been phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. Oh, yeah, Eichenberg looked good. He definitely showed some improvement. He definitely showed some improvement, for sure. Trey Hendrickson on the trade block. Yep, we talked about that. And, you know, at some point, you know, he'll end up probably going to, I don't know. I mean, I know the Commanders went and got Von Miller, but they can use another edge rusher. There's a ton of teams. Arizona can trade for him. They can use a pass rusher. The thing is this, if you're going to go get a guy and spend, you know, a ton of draft capital, go get Micah Parsons. That's all I'm saying. Love Trey. Phenomenal talent. But once again, he's in his 30s. If you're going to make a move and you have to potentially give up a first, which that's what sounds like what Cincinnati wants, I'd rather give up 2 and go get Micah. And even if you got to throw some other shit there, I would rather go with the younger guy that you can build with, that can be that anchor with Max for the next, I don't know, decade. Maybe I'm stretch. Maybe that's a stretch, but you know what I mean. Yeah, that was beautiful, man. And he's been doing that forever. He's been doing that since the high school level, for sure. Let me see. Yeah, he bulldozed. He definitely bulldozed the hell out of him. JXR for sure. Let me see. Freight train, I do not know yet, brother. They're trying to get me out here for the Monday Night Football game, so I may be out here for week 2 against the Chargers. I was telling everybody I'm not planning to be out here, but there's been so much like, yo, we'll get you this, we'll get you that. I'm like, shit, man, y'all gonna book me a flight and give me a room. I might have to fuck around and bust down and be here week 2, so we'll see. But that's a Monday night. My kid, school week, it's kind of difficult for me to move like that. So we'll see. Stay tuned. But I'm definitely going to a few road games, and I'll keep you guys in the loop with that. Tomorrow, look, I was so pissed that he still got the limited reps that he got yesterday. And I want to say this too, man. Cam did have a nasty pick. But I have to say this, okay? We could have just downed the football and took the tie. Understandable. Preseason is preseason, you guys. It would have been easy yesterday to win that game. Honestly, we could have won that football game, or we could have just took a knee and they had one timeout, the Niners. We had a ton of them. We could have just wrapped that game up. We could have just walked off with a tie. It's all about getting your guys the reps. If you want to see what Cam Miller looks like in those type of situations, this is football situational, right? It's situational. So you want to make sure that these young guys are getting the proper reps. It'd have been easy for Pete to be like, man, go out there, throw out the towel. We'll leave with a tie and, we'll move on to Arizona. The thing is, you want to give these guys, more live bullets, the Shedrick Jacksons of the world, the Cam Millers of the world, the Chris Colliers of the world, the young guys. You want to see these guys go out there and get more reps. So as a Raider fan, I never want to see us lose to the 49ers, but I do like that they were still out there late in the game being aggressive. Cam took, a sack or 2, I think, at the end of the game, like back-to-back 2. But I love that they put the ball in Cam Miller's hands and said, go out there and try to win us this football game. So I'm not pissed off about it at all. It would have been easy to win that ball game, you guys. But once again, Pete, Chip Kelly and company saying, hey, go out there and get these reps. Get these reps. Because once again, remember, you guys, most of those guys that were out there yesterday are trying to make this roster. So taking the knee with 1 minute left is taking away reps from these guys. So, yes, Cam Miller threw a disgusting pick. I hated it. But once again, he needs to learn from that. Because, hey, last week, right, Aiden struggled and blah, blah, blah. Hold on real quick. Babe, I'm live. I'll call you right back. Yeah, got you. All right, bye. Everybody want to call me when I'm live. But, Cam, everybody's saying, including myself, quarterback two. Well, guess what? Go out there late in the game and go win us this game. You want to be the quarterback too? You want to take Aiden's spot? Go out there and win this game. And it didn't happen. So the good thing is, Cam went from, having a good game last week to having a bad game this week. You live, you learn from it, you put it, you put it in your past and you keep it moving. But once again, I know that Cam didn't have a good showing, you guys, but Aiden was in there a lot more than him, and he looked terrible. Honestly, it did not look good at all. Salute to everybody here in the building. We got over 800 people rocking. Salute everybody for being patient with me as well with the Wi-Fi. I am at the W Hotel, so if it's bad, the quality's not good, my apologies. I got to kind of just rock with what I have. But I appreciate you guys so much, man. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And also, man, wipe them feet. Get those likes up over here. Keep us in the algorithm. I'll be home tomorrow night. And then from there, bro, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're going to be live every single day like we always are. And I got a few new guests that we locked in as well from the alumni. So stay tuned for that. We were doing a bunch of networking. A ton of people were like, yo, I would love to be on the show. So make sure to stay tuned. We're going to bring on some former Raiders. And then we're also going to try to work on bringing some current Raiders on, even though the season is right here. Stay tuned. Salute, man, Warlord. I appreciate you. Content. Salute to my guy. Yo, Hug, you're hilarious, bro. I can't be the only fan trying to recruit Micah, Asante, Gilly, and Trey to Las Vegas. That's a ton of talent right there. Fox. And, Remember 2 weeks ago, you guys, when we were all hearing Greedy Vance's name? Remember we were all like, oh shit, he's gonna make this roster. And we were hearing Pete praise him and all these guys were mentioning his name. Where is Greedy Vance at this point? I was hoping that he could come in and show signs of life and potentially make this roster. Now it looks like he may be a guy that's going to be a practice squad dude that we may have to develop behind the scenes, because, I'm not seeing enough. And I'll still run the tape back. I haven't got a chance to watch the film. And once again, I was in and out yesterday, but I'm not seeing enough out of Greedy Vance. I'm not. Let me see. Salute to my brother Graham Cam in the building. Two things that don't have me worried about the defense yet. One, no defensive game plan based off film study. This is facts. This is why we can't jump the gun yet. Patrick Graham is calling the preseason games from the sideline. There you go. And I think Chip was in the sky yesterday, Graham, because it looked like Greg Olsen was calling the O from the sideline, because he was like running up and down the sideline like he was Pete Carroll yesterday. So, but yeah, I agree with you, brother. Once again, this is not the defense that you're going to see come week one, but you still want to see more plays out of these guys, especially the starters. My brother LV, man, it was a blessing to kick it with you yesterday, man. Salute to the Shieldmore Security, my guy. We got to kick it. We're probably going to kick it, if not today, at least for sure tomorrow before I leave Vegas. But LV, man, one of the greatest human beings you'll ever meet in your life, man. Got a chance to hang out with my dog yesterday. So, salute to LV, man, my brother, man. It was funny because we're walking around. We were looking for my brother Thor yesterday. He kept calling me, and he wasn't. I was looking for him. I couldn't find him. And LV was just towering over me on some security shit. Like, yo, we here, bro. I was like, yo, salute to my brother LV, man. Let me see. There was a ton of penalties yesterday. I couldn't keep up with them, especially on that last drive with the 49ers. I swear there was like 2 or 3 back-to-back, like false starts. Like they were just trying to give up the game there at the end of the game. It was nasty. But for those who are just showing up too, we did do some game balls. I kind of tailed off with the losers, but we'll go over this again. I definitely gave Ashton Jeanty a game ball. Once again, he had 7 carries for 33 yards. He looked really good out there. He also had a catch for 2 yards on 1 target. I want to give Geno Smith 6 for 8, 55 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, but in limited fashion, he looked good out there. He's definitely in command of that offense. I want to give Carter Runyon, the UDFA, a guy that's trying to find a way on the back end of that tight end group, which he probably won't because, Ian Thomas, Michael Mayer, and Brock. But he looked good out there. 2 receptions for 29 yards. He averaged almost 15 a clip on 4 targets. I gave Brock Bowers a game ball. I gave Shedrick Jackson 3 for 28. Gave him 1 as well. And I also gave Jack Besh a game ball as well. 2 catches for 21 yards on 3 targets. And it wasn't just once again, it wasn't just in the passing game. He does everything: the blocking, the route ability, the route running ability, special teams. He's going to be special for us. I want to give Michael Mayer 1 too, because he had 1 for 11. He was a great snag there by the end zone. I thought he was going to damn near drop into the end zone there, and I'm actually kind of happy he didn't, because I wanted Jeanty to get that first career touchdown. So, but yeah, those were the game balls. On the defensive side of the ball, my apology. I gave Max 1 because he was all over the place. Maximum effort was on full display. I gave Charles Snowden 1 as well. He was everywhere. 6 tackles, all solo tackles, and he had 2 tackles for a loss as well. He looked really, really good. You know what? I liked Andre Carter as well, you guys. If you didn't get a chance at the end of the game, number 99, I'm going to give him a game ball too. He was everywhere. I think he had 3 tackles, 2 solo. He also had a sack. He had a tackle for a loss. He had a QB hit. So he looked really good out there also. The non-game balls, the losers in this mix, I gave the linebackers as a whole. I didn't see a lot from those guys. I want one of those guys to stand out. I didn't see enough from the second level of our defense. The secondary as a whole are losers to me. Once again, they gave up 284 yards in the air. Mac Jones went out there and cooked us 13 for 16. He did throw a pick, but he had 135 in the air. Carter Bradley, former Raider, went out there, carved us up on those last few drives. 8 for 13, gave up 96 yards in the air to Carter Bradley, who just got cut from the Raiders like a week or 2 ago. And then Brock Purdy was out there kind of just doing whatever he wanted to that defense. He had 66 yards on that first drive or 2, 5 for 7. He was efficient. So those guys, they didn't do enough. They didn't do enough. The second level of the defense, the third level of defense, those were guys to me that have to be losers. And I'm talking about as a unit, as a whole. Also, I gave the offensive line, the starters, a game ball as well. And I'm kind of still kind of waiting here for one of these running backs to kind of – who's going to take the number 2 spot, y'all? Like, who's gonna step up and be that number 2? Who's going to step up? I'm kind of waiting. I'm like, what's going on here with the running back position? Collier looked really good, but once again, he was playing against the 3s and 4s, 4 carries, 26 yards. You know, Mostert had 3 for 9. Zamir only had 1 for 5, and then we didn't go back. He got some kick returns as well. I know him and Sincere were out there at one point returning kicks, but Dylan only had 2 for 5. Sincere only had 1 for 2. So I'm waiting to see who's going to step up behind Ashton Jeanty and really be that running back too. It seems as though that job is still available for even Dylan. You could throw him in the mix. Sincere, Zamir, and Mostert to take that spot. I'm just waiting and shit. I wouldn't be shocked if Chris Collier could find his way because he's been running the football hard this entire offseason. So, hey, you never know. But those are my game balls. Those are my losers. If there's anything different, you guys, let me know in the chat. Give me some feedback. Hey, man, I'm still waiting on Ferrari too, Space Beast. Still waiting. Still waiting, man. I'm still waiting. Real talk. I'm just kind of waiting around, seeing if he can somehow, some way make some plays and find his way on this roster. Terrence, I agree. You guys know I've been beating the pavement for Sincere since day one. Definitely. So, he definitely is a natural run. He just needs to stay healthy, Terrence. But it's good to see him out there returning kicks. They're getting all those running backs involved. I mean, shit. Everyone out there. Dylan's returning kicks, Sincere, Zamir, all of them. And then remember, you guys, Jeanty is getting those looks in training camp as well. So it's going to be interesting to see who's returning kicks come week 1. Definitely. I like, though, the way they came out the tunnel. The smoke was going, and Max was just coming out with hella swag, bro. Max came out like a pit bull off a leash. I'm telling you, guys see that video? Did they show that on TV when they were coming out with the smoke coming out the locker room? The intro video was cold, but the way that music hit and that smoke hit and Max came out, I'm like, different. That shit had me pumped. And then I had to sit there and watch the Niners come out with that dumbass boombox. Nasty work. Yeah, LV, we definitely talked about that at the beginning of the show also. Salute to Raider Dad. I'm going to be definitely doing a lot more work with them and their foundation. They are great. Great, man. Salute to them and their whole crew. And they showed us so much hometown, like hospitality, free waters, free drinks, whatever you guys want. Whoa, man. They definitely showed out in the H-Lot. Yeah, CJ, we talked about that. The corners definitely struggled. Shit, I mean, outside of that pick, it looked like the safety struggled as well. Palomel, once again, bad angles, the tackling. That was another issue yesterday, you guys, the tackling. It's like, can we ever get anybody on the damn ground? It's kind of nasty. Yeah, Alzado, it's going to come with time, brother. It'll come with time. It'll definitely come with time. I don't know if you talked about it, but we need to have more black in the stand. Yeah, wait, yeah. And that's why, Terrence, and I said this yesterday, foundations like Raider Dad and stuff like that are so critical within Raider Nation because they're getting these kids. We all became Raider fans as kids, right? It starts there. So to get these kids there for their first games, and these are probably going to be the most wild, dopest experiences of their life. It starts with the youth. And Raider Dad is just, they're taking it, every step of the way, getting more young Raider fans involved. So down the line, 10 years, 12 years, the stadium is just completely just blacked out. It takes time. And once again, you guys, we got to win some fucking ball games. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. And can I keep it frank with y'all? I mean, I don't want to be an asshole because I come from this, those kind of neighborhoods also. I'm born and raised in South Sacramento. We didn't have a lot growing up, but we had enough, right? Like, these tickets are too high. They're too high. I mean, it is what it is. The reason all those Niner fans are out there. I mean, shit, if you can afford to live in Santa Clara, you can afford to fly out to fucking Vegas and buy a ticket. These tickets are they cost a ton. They cost a ton. If you want more Raider fans, bring the prices down a little bit, Mark. Bring the prices down. You know what? Look, look, Raider fans, we ain't got it. We ain't got it. Bring the prices down, and you'll see us show up full force. It is what it is. I mean, I'm seeing people in the parking lot, you guys selling shit to get into the game. Like real, bro, salute to my guy, Jesse, man, my boy from San Jose, Raider Jesse. Salute to him. He comes out here and sells all his bandanas and then takes that money and buys a ticket to go into every game. Every game. He has to go out there and sell his own personalized bandanas because these tickets are so goddamn high. Bring them down a little bit, and then maybe we'll be blacked out in that thing, man. But until then, it's going to be tough. But once again, like Raider Dad and those foundations, they're allowing kids that don't have it and families that don't have it to, you know, be there for their first games. It's going to take some time, but hopefully they get it right. Let me see. No, and this is facts, Dan. Facts. I mean, it was actually kind of crazy, Dan, yesterday. I think some people will agree with me. And Stuart, this is facts. In Oakland, if you spent $60, you're damn near in the front. Like top 10 like seats. Like real talk. So you can spend $10 and go sit up there with the seagulls and shit. But it was kind of weird. Yesterday, there was people in there with Ravens jerseys and Packers jerseys and Cowboys jerseys. I'm like, this really is a destination city now, you guys. Like, you would have never seen that in Oco, in which I'm not trying to compare the two anymore because we're no longer in Oakland, but I grew up in Oakland Coliseum, so I can speak on it. You would have never seen that. There was people, Cardinals fans, and like there was so many. I'm like, what are y'all doing here? Like, what are y'all doing here? It's just weird. It's weird, man. Let me see. Yes, man, smash those thumbs. Smash those thumbs. Graphk, how would you grade the starting online? I thought they did immaculate yesterday. Thought it was an A+. Geno had time to get rid of the football. I mean, he was 6 for 8. They look good. He wasn't sacked once. Genty got to run the football effectively. I thought it was nice. I give them an A for sure. Definitely give the starting O-line an A. I thought Parham looked great. I thought as a unit, they looked really good. Let me see. Definitely, LV. And you know what's funny, man? And tell me if I'm tripping, if you guys were in the game. Us fans were cheering for everything. The Niners fans only cheer when they did good shit. Like that was that's their whole bang bang philosophy. Like, they just want to see results. And we were out there screaming for everything. Like our voices were definitely heard yesterday, for sure. Raider fans, top notch. We're always vocal about our football team. But the Niners fans were loud as shit, but only when good things happen. I'm telling you now, they were leaving you guys that last drive. They were like, the Niners are cooked. They're losing. I watched like a ton of Niner fans leave the building before that game was up. So they missed a 60-yard game winner because the game was over, So it is what it is. Get a few more questions in, you guys, before we get out of here. We got to check out of our hotel here in about 10 minutes. Let me see. But yeah, I thought it was a good performance yesterday, you guys. 22-19, lost on the last second field goal, 60-yarder by Moody. Once again, I'm not going to put too much stock into a preseason loss. I thought the starters looked really good out there. I still, Geno still needs to build that, that rapport with his starting wide receivers. And come week 1, we'll be ready to go. Once again, a lot of vanilla, you guys. There wasn't a ton of pre-motion. Chip Kelly's DNA wasn't all over that offense. Like it really wasn't. They kept it really simple. Geno definitely took a few deep shots, missed with Thornton back-to-back weeks where he could have walked into the end zone. But and to be honest, that could have been a PI. Maybe it's just my Raiderdom, but that Thornton pass could have been a PI. He was getting tugged on, pause if necessary. That DB was scared as shit of Dante Thornton, that size and that speed element. He was definitely getting pulled on. So, but yeah, it is what it is. Let me see. Oh yeah, Alzado. Sanjit's on the case for sure. So to Hug with a $50 smack of Rooney. my guy, man, just want to make it known that watching our running back one go in the blue tent makes me worried. But that's really Ashton. Dude's never shied from contact and looks to punish and wear defenses out. Run through a motherfucker's face. He's done it his entire football career. This is facts. Scared the shit out of me, man. When I seen his shoulder kind of leaning, I'm like, you got to be kidding me, bro. This cannot be happening right now, like at all, because I love Genty. And don't get me wrong, you guys. I like all the running backs that we have behind Ashton Genty. But to be honest, if he goes down, that running back group becomes an Achilles heel of not only that offense, but that team in general. Love Sincere, but he has to show that he can run the football the way he did last year in that 4-game sequence. He has to show that he can do that more frequently. Zamir did not do anything last year. It was bad with him. And then, Mostert is 33 years old. He hasn't had an effective season since 2023. So, I was a little worried about him. And yeah, it looked like a stinger, Dan, but the way his arm was just kind of leaning, as Raider fans, we always think worst first anyway, right? Like, oh, here it goes. There goes the downfall. Here it comes, right? And I was thinking, oh my God, I seen him going to the blue tent. But when I seen him come out, I'm like, okay, we're good to go. Well, the thing is, Warlow, right? Quit overthrowing Dante. They either underthrow him or they overthrow him. Aiden underthrew him last week, and then yesterday Gino overthrows him. You know what I mean? So, we'll get it together. And Jason, Genty's definitely built for that. His body, he's definitely built for abuse out there on the football field. Spoon, Malat definitely had a nice kick return, man. It started with him and Dylan. Dylan was back there blocking his ass off from Malat, and Malat took advantage of it. I appreciate you, Hug, my brother, man. Thank you so much. Also, once again, you guys, I know we still got 900 people here in the building. Thank you to all the alumni. Thank you to everybody that shows support for the show. Thank you to all the fans that came out and took pictures and chopped it up with me for, certain amount of time. Like, it was so much love out there yesterday, man, from the players to the coaches, just everything, personnel, like the camera people, just everything, man. It was a beautiful, beautiful experience. And Vegas always is. Vegas is always wonderful. But, this trip was definitely hella special, man. We had a ton of fun. I got a chance to hang out with my brother Stu, and see him in his element, kicking with his former teammates. And it was just beautiful, man. I got a chance to see Run DMC, got a chance to see all the legends, Timmy and Marcus. I'm going to upload a bunch of videos or pictures and stuff that I got with Marcus as well, man. Marcus had me dying. It's funny because the camera crew came by and I was sitting right in front of Marcus. Marcus is right behind me. And the cameraman said, come down just a little bit because we're going to do a thing on Marcus. So I said, okay, cool. And Marcus looked at me and said, hey, man, get out my shot, man. Get out my shot, man. And then he just started laughing. And we started laughing. Then we started chopping it up. And salute to Marcus's brother, man. If you're watching the show, that's my dog. That is my dog. Salute to Marcus Allen's brother, man. That is my dude. He's a solid individual. That's my guy. But Donald Penn. Hey, Stu. Donald Penn. I have to tell you this, okay? I want you guys to stick around for this. Oh, salute to, I'll mention a few other people, but Donald Penn, love you. One of my favorite Raider offensive linemen of all time. And we have some great ones. Penn is my dog, okay? Love his game. You didn't have to do that to the bus's bathroom yesterday, Penn. You didn't have to do that. Donald Penn blew that fucking bathroom up yesterday, Stu.
Oh, Jesus.
It was absolutely disgusting. He came out and said, hey, y'all, don't go back there at all. What did he say? I left my DNA all over the place in there.
Don't let any girls go back there.
Don't let any girls go back there. You want to say what's up, Stu, before we get out of here?
Yeah, I do.
Salute to my brother Stu. He's over there packing. We got to get out of here in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I just want to say what's up to the nation. Thanks for all the wonderful messages about my father.
Yes.
And I want to thank all the Raiders staff, the game day staff, everyone at the Win.
Mm-hmm.
The Win, what do they call it? The Win.
Well, the old Delano is the W, right?
No, but I mean at the stadium.
Oh, the Win Club.
Yeah, the Win Club. Everyone was great there.
Old Red.
Old Red. Yeah, Old Red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the bar that we went to, the country bar that we went to on Friday night.
Yep.
And then also, everyone here at the staff at the M. right? The old Delano.
Yeah.
It was a great weekend. Seeing everybody, seeing all the staff, seeing all my former teammates, meeting some new friends.
Yeah.
I know you had a chance to go to the lot. I wasn't able to get over there.
Yeah. Stu had to handle some things before he got to the stadium. He was trying to catch up on some rest too. So, but you got to see a few on the way out.
Oh, look! So when Stu was looking good walking around in the alumni party that you filmed. Oh, yeah. Okay,
I told you I got a ton to take.
That's right. So. That's right.
And we got to put it on your YouTube channel too.
Yep. So I didn't get a chance to watch too much of the game. We obviously watched the last 8 minutes or so. So I don't have any comments. And but we are going to be getting more into the football stuff here.
Yep.
And I guess pretty much that's about it. I just wanted to come and say hi real quick. And again, thanks for all the wonderful messages and blessings.
Yeah.
And it was a great trip. And again, the staff here does a phenomenal job. The alumni staff and the entire staff of the Raiders.
This was my brother Fingers, man. I'll see you later, brother. Yeah, my brother.
Oh,
man.
Okay. All right.
We got to knock out that Raider anthem.
Okay.
He made a banger, y'all. Stay tuned. The Raider anthem is coming. It's coming.
Yep. So again, thanks everybody, and I look forward to getting back into getting out here more regularly. So
and this real quick too, Stu.
Yeah.
So Stu hung out with his guys the entire game. He got a chance to see a little bit of it, right?
Yeah.
But I love to see Stu in his element. We got a chance to hang out with Johnny Morant, our guy. He's family.
Yeah.
But to see you with Chris Carr, that was so cool.
Yeah,
man.
you know what? That was actually really cool to get a chance to talk with Chris Carr, who I haven't seen since probably my last game in Oakland.
Yeah.
I've spoken with him, but his wife and my wife, his wife Sarah Carr, is pretty good friends with my wife Christy.
Yeah.
But it was great to catch up. Like, it's so hard to get there's just so many people, you don't get a chance to sit there and have a good conversation. So most of the game was spent just catching up with people, which was really, really, really cool. So I just want to say thanks for everyone, and I look forward to a fun season.
And I'm going to say fuck you, Stu, because you didn't tell me my lips were purple as fuck until we got back to the room.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
I'm dehydrated as shit.
Graphk was having an issue with his lips. But we got back. I said, man, those things were purple, bro.
Yeah.
But no, it was a fun trip. We got to do everything we wanted to do, right? We saw as many people as we possibly could. So
now everything else is just topics.
Yep. Which we'll be heading out tomorrow. And but again, I look forward to getting back on here with you guys and Graphk, and I think we're gonna have a good season. I think we're gonna have a great season. So
the ones look great.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be good.
So thanks again, Nation, for everything, and I look forward to seeing you guys, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, brothers.
My brother Stu, and we may, we got some other things in the works too. We're not gonna talk about it yet, but. Stay tuned, you guys. We got some things definitely in the works. And once again, salute to my brother Fingers. Love you, bro. Trust me, bro. I was knocked out when you were calling me last night. LV, everybody was hit me up. I was passed out. I passed out at 5 last night and woke up at 5:30 this morning.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say,
we were beat, bro.
Yeah, let everyone know just in case people thought we didn't do nothing. We slept from 6 until 6.
6, yeah, for real. So, and everybody said blessings to your family, Stu.
Yeah, thank you.
LV, let me know if you want to pull up to Henderson, bro. I told Stu already. So let me know if you want to pull up, man, and have a cigar. Let's have a cigar today. Let's get one. And then I'm gonna go meet up with my brother Fingers, and we're gonna kick it before I get out of here too. So, but other than that, you guys, man, love every single one of you guys. Appreciate you guys so much. We'll be back active.
And again, I just want to emphasize. Thank you for all of the alumni staff with the Raiders. Everyone does a phenomenal job, and I can't say it enough. And I think Graphk agrees with me. Yes. So again, I want to thank everybody in the organization, especially at the top, Mark Davis. So I look forward to this every year. So thanks.
My dog. Other than that, you guys, I'll be live. If not tomorrow, if I don't have an opportunity to do anything, I leave here at 6:45. My flight leaves at 6:45 at night. So if I can't do something before then, I will be live Tuesday. So Tuesday morning, coffee and convo. But man, other than that, man, you already know what it is. Love and appreciate. Hey, and Thor, I'm gonna call you today, brother. I look for you. Ask LV. Me and LV went looking for you. We tried to find your ass yesterday and couldn't find you. And salute to my brother. They definitely had me on TV. People were hitting me up left and right yesterday from NFL Network, and then we were on the screen a ton yesterday as well. So definitely, man. But other than that, man, love, appreciate you guys. And if I don't see you before tomorrow, I will see you Tuesday for coffee and convo. On the way out, wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up, and get that subscribe button up. Hit that subscribe. Keep us in the algorithm. Let's get to 30,000 subscribers, you guys. As always, love. We are out. One.